First of all, we're going to run through the specs. So this is powered by the AMD Ryzen 7 5700U, which is an octa-core clocked at 4.3 GHz. For RAM, we have 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, a 512 gig M.2 SSD drive, which is upgradable to 2 TB max. This is running Windows 11 Professional, supports triple 4K display output. You've got Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.2. Now, quick look at the ports. On the front, we've got a Type-C port, 2 USB 3 ports, and an audio jack. On top, you've got a power button and you've got a dial, which gives you 3 modes that you can immediately switch between. So you've got silent mode, auto mode, and performance mode. Now on the back, we've got 2 more USB 3 ports. We've got a display port, HDMI port, gigabit LAN, and a power socket. Here is a quick look at the bottom of the box, and that is pretty much all your ports. Now, one of the benefits of this mini PC is the fact that you can upgrade some of the components yourself. Top just lifts straight off. It's held in magnetically and it lifts straight off, so you don't even need a screwdriver to access the internals. So here is your 512 gig M.2 SSD. You have a spare slot just above it, so you can add a 2 TB SSD right above it. So at the bottom you can see your RAM. The configuration is 2 sticks of RAM, and they are both 16 GB each, giving you 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM. So those are your simple upgrade options for the future. You can even swap out the 512 and add another 2 TB there, 2 TB on top, but then you would have to reinstall Windows if you remove this drive. Now, when you power on the mini PC, you will see a whole bunch of LED lights, which look quite nice. So you've got some outer lights, you've got some lights on top, red LED on the front, and more on the other side. Now, we are in performance mode. If you turn the dial, you can see it goes green, and that's on auto mode. And then you've got the first mode, which is the silent mode, and that's represented by blue. But if you need power and you're going to be playing games or whatnot, you do want to leave it on performance mode. Now, just a few things to look at. If we go to System Properties, you can see this is indeed running the AMD Ryzen 7 5700U. We've got 32 gigs of RAM, 64-bit operating system, which is Windows 11 Professional. And if I click on activation info, you can see it's activated and ready to use. Good idea to quickly show you the system storage info. Okay, so we've got 512 gigs of internal storage. 475 is actually usable, and from that we have 413 gigs free to use. And you are getting the full Windows 11 experience with Windows App Store included. This is not a condensed version, this is the full version of Windows 11 Professional on a very small form factor. And just to give you an idea of the performance, here are the Geekbench results. Single core score 1616 and multi-core score of 6917. And in the Antutu benchmark test, you can see this mini PC has scored 640K. Okay.